girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, let the diva know you stopped by. Make sure you subscribe if you like the vibe. If this is your first time here, welcome and welcome back, Diva Squad. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars. It knew what it was and it delivered just that. I'm doing a trailer reaction and on Nita the Diva's channel.
Hey y'all, what's going on? It is your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back for another A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And I have my peoples with me. They are coming. They will be here shortly. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. I'm going to bring up my guests very shortly. Make sure as you are coming into the video, you are liking up the live stream because we need the likes, we need the views, share with a friend, do all the things. And y'all let me know. Give me a temperature check. Give me a vibe check on how you are feeling about the second episode of A Night of Seven Kingdoms. All right. I enjoyed it. You know what, y'all? For me, I actually think that the first and second episode could have just been either a two-parter in one night or just one big episode. But I knew that they wanted to, I don't know, I just feel like the structure is a little off, with these 30, 40-minute episodes and stuff like that. It's just a little different. It's just a little different. Anyway, those are just my nitpicks. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and pull my girls up here. Hey, y'all. Let me say hello to y'all in the chat. I see you, Eric, H, Sally, Tamisa. I see you, baby. Hey, Erica. I see you, honey. All right. I'm going to bring Moochie up to the stage first.
Hey.
Girl. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. We get to see you today.
Yeah, what's up?
Yes. And not only do I have Moochie, I have my girl Tamika's Den, and she's going to join the panel also.
Hey, Tamika.
Hey, y'all. What's going on?
Oh, wrong person. Wrong picture. That's a laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, y'all. We got Sally putting the hammers up. Come on. I see y'all. What's up, Mina Ruth? Acres Movies. Okay, I see y'all. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all be good. I'm about to put y'all comments on the screen so I don't have to work as hard to see them. Okay. All right, y'all. So first things first, a little housekeeping. We want to know how we feeling. We want to, I guess it's like a little mental health check-in. Make sure we're doing good, and then we'll get into our overall thoughts of I already gave mine. So I want your mental health check-in, and then also too, I want your just overall view on the episode. Moochie.
I like this episode because now it looks like we're learning more of Duncan's story and his background, but we're also getting a glimpse of what's going on with the boy. I can't remember the boy's name, but we're also getting a glimpse of him, and he belongs to some type of hierarchy. And you called it last week.
Listen. Yes, Moochie. I'm telling you. I feel like that they are banging it over. They're banging it over the head with us. Like I feel like we can say it. I feel like it's okay to say it. I didn't want to say it because I thought it was going to be some big reveal, but I feel like they are really like shoving it down our throats that we know that he is a what?
He's got to be somebody from royalty, but they showed is this, but it can't be that little boy because that was years ago.
Yeah, no. You know how they always recycle the names. So don't get thrown off with the Aegon.
Right.
I think he is Aegon Targaryen. Okay, so what gave it away was the whole, I don't want to put my track shoes on, but what really gave it away was that particular scene where they introduced the Targaryens and then they said that they had 2 sons that were missing. And I was like, oh, could it be the dreamer? The dreamer, and then we have the egg.
And he seemed like he got kind of excited when he seen them riding into town.
Yeah. No, I actually thought he was a little scared.
I wasn't sure. I thought he was scared though.
Right. That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Because he the first time he's like, oh, let me take your horse. You want me to go do this? And then the second time was like, put me down. So it seems like he's kind of trying to avoid. And then even like, oh, this beer is disgusting. How you no, Ed, I love him. He cracks me up. I love him. I was cracking up so hard with some of the stuff he was saying.
Yeah.
And you know like, more than Duncan knows.
Yes, he knows a lot. He knows a lot. And I love the chemistry between them.
Yeah.
You know what? It kind of reminds me of when Arya was playing the water person, the water where she was doing the water.
Oh yeah.
And Tyrion's father, I can't think of his name now. He was there, and she was hearing everything like a fly on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and picking up on everything. You remember Tywin clocked her tea. He was just like, only highborn people say, you know, my lord, like that. You know, it's certain ways that people say.
And Ed was saying it in the same way too when he was saying the sir.
That's when Nita picked it up last week.
Yeah,
and she said he's from Harbor, and I said I don't know. I gotta hear a little bit more. He might just be like that because he's been around a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. But he's very intelligent.
Loyalty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Thank you. Let's just go ahead and put that out.
Thank you, Evan. Hey, how you doing?
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get. Oh, Tamika, give me your thoughts. You did chime in on the egg part, but your overall thoughts. Did you think it was cute? Are you still here for the humor?
I like the second episode a little more than the first one. I was like, okay, I think we cooking now, but I do agree with what you were saying. Like maybe if we would have saw 2 of the episodes or whatever, this is really seemed like something you could binge, especially since the episodes are so short. Like I was like, damn, it's over already. I loved like the jousting. I thought that was really good, and like I said, I like the chemistry with them too. And also, I don't left my damn paper with the names in the other room, y'all. What is the other guy's? The Lionel? I can't remember his name.
Lionel Baratheon.
I like how he interacts with Dunk too. Like they my 3 favorites, but also I loved can't remember his damn name either, y'all. My mind is blank. That's why I wrote the names down and then left the paper. The one that he spoke to about, you know, Sir Holland, and he did remember him. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the Targaryen that remembered him, Baelor.
Yes, Baelor. Yeah, I like him so far. Yeah. Those was the standouts for me in this episode. Yeah. And Child Harlan was out here laying it low and spreading it wide.
Let's go ahead and get into it, baby. Because you know, I got the goods. You know, I got the goods. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So we're gonna talk about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. The episode is called Hard Salt Beef. And that's because it was something that they, you know, hedge knights, they're, you know, of humble beginnings. They don't have a lot of money. That is some of the things that they eat. It reminds me of a beef jerky or something like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I said, okay, Sir Arlen, okay. Him with his little baby arm swinging down low. I said, oh, hello.
Yeah,
it was too funny.
Donkey Kong,
right? I was not expecting that at all. I was sitting up here like, hello, what is happening here?
Yeah, and he had a big old schlong,
and he had a little some action in the back there. I said,
yeah, and the fact that Duncan, that just shows how innocent he is, because he didn't even know what was happening. He just thinking that, you know, Harlan was out here just giving change to giving it. I'm like, nah, he done paid for,
Exactly.
for his package, but I love the innocence of it.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. But okay, so this particular scene, and I'm gonna set this scene up first. Hey, thanks, Steve, for the super chat. We appreciate you, Sir Arlen of Penny Tribe. Yes, yes. Look, listen. All right, Penny Tree. He had a big limb going down yonder. But we'll go ahead. We'll table this. I'm going to set the scene up for you. The scene is basically Duncan begging all of the people, the higher people, because he's still trying to get this particular to be vouched for to be an attorney. He's trying to get his career set up, right? So he's talking to House Tully, House Terrell, trying to talk to them and tell them about Sir Arlen. Everybody was like, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know. And then I was like, damn. And then here come Egg with his little smart ass talking about he must have been a shit night. I said, what they going? He was like, this man, get some dignity about yourself. Stop talking about this man. Can't nobody remember him. Don't nobody know him. I was like, oh Lord. So those were the type of clues that was kind of like let me know that he is still of highborn status because of just the way he carries himself and the way he thinks is like his mindset, whatever. And Dunk is sure that someone will remember him. And so during this time, he was telling the people all about him. And then so we got to get to see some good memories. They were like sitting underneath the tree, eating the salt beef or something like that. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And they were having some good times. They would ride on the horses. They would go between the different things. They would sing and stuff like that. And then we also saw in the scene that Harlan has this scar on his arm, which probably caused his death. It must have got infected. There we go. So tell me about this scene, Tamika. How did you feel about it? Were you glad that they gave us a little bit more context? Because we were sitting up there thinking that he was just like abusing poor Dunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to see like the context and the difference that they did have some good times too. He liked being out in the open field and having his little fire warming up his toes and stopping by doing what he got to do with the whoop whoop whoop. And just when they was laughing, like when they looked at each other and laughed, it just showed a different side of him. And also seeing that scar because them rags he had wrapped around him was filthy as I don't know what. So it didn't look like he was changing it on the regular or nothing. You could see old scars that he got. So I guess he probably thought it's no big deal. But I'm thinking the same thing as you. Like it probably got infected and that's what ended up taking him out. But yeah, I love seeing that.
Right. It gave us a different little perspective. Mooch, you got anything about that?
Yeah, I was figuring that when I saw the scar too, that's probably was the cause of his demise. And he does look up to him like that's a father figure.
Yeah.
But he seems like he wants to correct it. He wants to take care of Egg like that, but he doesn't want to hit him.
Right.
Because he made sure he said that I won't hit you.
Right.
Unless you deserve it. Something like that.
But he did say, what's up, Brillo? I see you in the comments. Hey, Mo69, I see you too.
Hey, Brillo.
Yeah, y'all. So he did say, unless he deserved it, but he did get on Egg earlier. I mean, a little bit later in the episode, he was getting on him because he had a little smart mouth and he was saying that he was, you got a little bit too much stank on it. Not too much Egg. So yeah, so we'll keep on moving. And baby, this is when I don't know. You said it looked like he got excited, baby. He looked like he got scared to me. I don't know, Moochie. Look, that little look on his face looked like, oh. So
But why
eventually,
they looking for him?
no, they're not looking for him. They were coming to the tourney. They was coming to Ashford Meadows. I think they were doing this thing where the girl was getting her name day or something. It was like her 13th birthday or something like that. So they was having a tourney. So they just showed up for the tourney.
Yeah,
Because Prince Baylor, he's actually a really good jouster. Like he does it, and he's like one of the real good ones. But I think he only does like the best of the best. Like he's not just in the meager, like he does like the good stuff.
you gotta take out a lot of people to get to him.
Right. So he was just like, he probably goes to all of the the joustings tournaments and stuff like that. So you get the horns, you get all the pomp and circumstance. They come in there with their red flags, banners. Okay, so the kings are here. So Baylor Targaryen, so of course Dunk is like enamored because that's just like, he wants to get picked up by a high house or whatever. But Ed was like, do you want me to go take the horses to the stable? Do you need something? Do you need some food? Do you need me to? I was like, he trying to get up out of there. He don't want to be spot and seen. So that was another clue for me that, he was one of the Targaryens that was missing. So we shall see. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. So this is Prince Arion. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And of course, he reminds me of one of those, those real egotistical, the ones that just, thinks that everybody is a servant and everybody's there to serve him and all this other stuff like that. So I don't know if he's the son of Magar. I think he's the son of Magar because I think he said that he has Arion and then he has two sons that are missing. And so he's upset because I think he's the youngest one. He's not in the line of succession. I think the dreamer is the one in like right underneath him, like his firstborn son. And so we got so that is him. And then we also see the King's Guard. The King's Guard, their names are Sir Roland Craighall and Sir Donnell of Duskendale. Now, I told y'all I was going to get these notes together and I would get these names together. So I was trying to take some notes so we can have a baseline of who these people are. So, so they had a conversation because, of course, he is trying to aspire to be maybe Kingsguard, some type of knight or whatever. So he is into that. So he's having a little conversation with them. And they sound like they came from humble beginnings as well. And, I think they came from a family of crabbers. And he was like, how did you become Kingsguard? He said the same way I became a crabber. Like you work towards what you're, so I thought that was just a nice little thing.
Yeah, I like their armor too.
Oh yeah.
That was fly. Yeah, I like it. I mean, there was a lot of good armor, but they stood out to me with the all white. I said, okay, I see how.
Yes. Thank you for saying that because that's why I caught it. I caught it from the back and I caught it from the front. I was okay.
Yeah, but that looks something like how the twins that was in House of Dragon, their armor was white.
Yes. Yes.
So that's when I picked it up. I said, oh, it's just an update or a different version. I can't remember what time period what goes first.
Yeah.
So is this before?
No, House of Dragon is before.
Okay, so this is after. Okay. So yeah, so they were following suit with the same colors.
Yeah. And they handsome too. And they handsome too. I was okay. Maybe that is a trait as well of the knights. Okay, so then we get on to
Eric said he Knuckle baby. Which one, the crabber? Yeah, because it seemed like I think that was supposed to be like that's how he sees himself. Because I guess it's the royalty side of it, but then it's also the money side of it. because he was saying he's from nowhere too, but then Egg mentioned something later where it's like, he ain't just no little shallow crab, but they out here distributing crab all around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe he doesn't see himself as high as the other people, but he still have a higher status than some of the other ones. He definitely have a higher status than Dunk, or a lot of the what is it, the low folk, I forget the name, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think that's probably how the comparisons go, like the royalty, then the money, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
And then these two, they weren't brothers. Now in House of Dragon, they were twins. They were twin
They
brothers.
were twins.
Right.
But they remember they started out on the same side too.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, so let me set the stage for Baelor. Prince Baelor Targaryen. He is the hand of the king. If you notice, he has the hand pendant on it. He's the hand of the king. He is the firstborn son of Daeron the Good. Now, Daeron the Good Targaryen, he is the actual king. Now, the hand of the king is the one who does all the things.
Right.
So he comes from a good man, and you can see those traits coming from him. He was raised like that. You can see that he has, some good traits that comes about him, and he's the heir to the Iron Throne. So make sure we put a pin in that. Well, maybe for later, because nothing came of it this episode. And then when they introduced him, they were saying, hand of the king, son of Daeron the Good, heir to the Iron Throne, and his brother.
Right. Yeah.
I said, damn, I said, you ain't have to curry Magon like that. And Magon, he's just like real surly and mean or whatever, but I still think he's a pretty decent person. I think that his children are a mess, and it probably just gets on his goddamn nerves, and he just be like,
be stressed out.
So we set the stage with them. How do you feel about them? We got some Targaryens on the scene. How do we feel about the Targaryens? Like I said, I like Baelor.
Yeah, he stuck out to me for sure. He seemed like he was a fair, level-headed person. And what's the other one, Magon? Is he? Yeah, he's supposed to be the younger brother, right? Because just by looking at him, he looked like he would be older the way his hair is. But that's what makes me feel like they be having him stressed out, because he's serious. He don't want to really be bothered. He just worried about where his sons was at. It was funny to me too when he cursed, and they was like, be respectful. And he's like, well, I ain't say F him. I said, I'm just like,
right.
It ain't about him. It's about me and what the hell I'm going through. So, it's interesting seeing their dynamic.
Exactly. Moochie, who do you?
I felt like they actually gave him a chance. They let him say his piece, and then they was like, "Oh, that's all you want." Yeah. And it was he went to so many people, and this one it was like, okay, no problem. Yeah, this is what you want. Okay, you could prove yourself.
Right.
That's what I liked about it. He finally got the answer that he was searching for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And I like the way Baelor like really went into the details, and seemed like he had a respect for Harlan, and he remembered it. His brother was like, damn, how the hell you remember all of that? Yep. So, Harlan wasn't that much of a nobody if he could break down all those details like that. But and then I know he mentioned, child, I'm so mad that I'm forgetting these damn names. Did he mention something? Yeah, when he was talking about one of the places they fought, was the King's Landing? It was something I don't remember now.
Oh, I didn't.
I know I wrote it down, but it was something that we've heard before. Okay. So I thought that was interesting, and he was like, "Oh yeah," but I believe Dunk was saying that it was 7 that he had won, and he corrected him like, "No, sometimes you want to kind of up it and tell the story in a different way, but it was 4." I remember that part. Yeah.
Yeah. Then, okay, so he told him that because he's not his blood heir, or he didn't sire him, that he had to like start anew. So he had to come up with his own sigil. you know how they do your house or whatever, they have a saying, they have their little thing or whatever. And I think at this point, because even, I thought Baylor was, the brothers were really nice to him because he was actually spying on them. And they did not take no corrective action. They just wanted to know what was his purpose, what was he doing. And then I'm glad that he didn't really try to, pump fake on them, because they would have probably read right through it and he probably wouldn't have got the answer that he wanted. I'm glad that he was honest. That comes with, consequences on both ways. We don't know how it's gonna work out. You try to be honest and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard. I don't know. Y'all can tell me, the ones that know more about it in the chat, that's actually one of the things that they changed from the book, because they pretty much, from what I understand, have been really sticking to the book closely. A lot of what they saying was said in the book, but versus the way he got caught eavesdropping, they said that he just kind of approached them and didn't really know who they were at first in the book. But you could just see how determined he is, that no matter what, he gonna let you know what he here for and what he trying to do. He done been all around this damn place trying to get somebody to vote. So I love that no matter what, he stands up and he says what he have to say and he takes a chance.
Right. Yeah. That's a good trait. That's a good trait. I do admire that in him. Even if he sounds stupid, he still jumps out there and does it. And I think that's going to serve him well.
Yeah, because he'll tell you in a heartbeat, oh, he always was telling me how dumb I was.
Right. Now we get to, so once he leaves, he has his orders or whatever, so he has to go out there and he has to do it for himself. You know what I'm saying? He's standing on his own 2 feet. He don't have Sir Arlen to pave the way for him, so he has to pave the way for himself. So of course they go see this play, of course, because her name is Tansel Too Tall, and of course even Egg looked like he's smitten, or even he just enjoys the plays. I don't think
he do.
He's young. Yeah, he's younger, but Dunk definitely is smitten by her. And they watched the play. I didn't pay too much attention. I felt like the other one was kind of like a foreshadowing. I didn't pay too much attention to this one. I might have to go back and revisit it. But at the same time, after the play, he introduces himself. I said, okay, let me find out you got a little cojones underneath there. Okay, you might be taking after Sir Arlen after all.
Mm-hmm. Taking after him down there too.
Right. So he went up there. He gave her some money. He gave her money for the first one, and he gave her money for the second one. I said, okay, all right, we on a good start. But of course, he wanted something in return. So he has to come up with a sigil. The sigil is he came up with the sunset, because I believe that's what they always just watch, the sunset or whatever. Then Ed came up with the elm tree, because they always sit underneath the elm tree. And then Dunk said the shooting star and meant something to him and stuff like that. So I thought that was cute. I thought that was super cute. I mean, I know men don't want us to say cute, but I just thought it was the way they came up with the concept.
Mm-hmm. And last week, how they mentioned the shooting star and what kind of
I thought it came together really nice. Yeah, so anyway, he asked her to do that, and she was laughing at him a little bit and stuff like that. She didn't I don't know if she's smitten, but I know he's smitten with her, but she's just entertaining him and being helpful, and I'm glad that she's open. Any other thoughts before we move on with that? Go on to the next one.
No, I thought this was cute to me, and it was funny too, because Egg was even trying to help him out in there, because she said, oh, they always said I was too tall, and he was like, no, you just right, but it was like, just right for what? And then Egg he was trying to jump in there and help him out, like, what the hell are you saying?
Just right for puppets.
I was like, it was at that moment. I was like, Lord, he always got that foot in his mouth, child. Yes, cute. Okay, so then we run into my guy again, Lionel Baratheon. Okay, so while they're out there thinking of all that stuff, whatever, they're going over their plan of action, they run into Lionel Baratheon. And he's in the middle. This is like this stuff that they do in the yard. They're just out there just having fun doing the things or whatever. That's what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But it just seemed like something that they do just to have fun and stuff like that. He notices Dunk sitting over at the side. He pulls him over, of course, because you want Dunk on your tug of war side. That's what you do. Okay. So I do know that. But he still had like the same type of like rapport with him, it was like just like the night prior to, or a couple nights. And he gets him up there, him and Ed gets up there, and they're doing the tug of war, whatever. They end up winning. It was like a nothing burger, but I think it shows that we're gonna keep on seeing Lionel. We're gonna keep on seeing their relationship is gonna continue to progress.
Yeah.
Anything before we move on with that one?
I like this scene. I thought it was
Me
cute.
too.
I thought him walking off though and them almost losing. I was like, what the heck is he doing? But we know he was drinking the wine, so we know that's what that was.
Right. Absolutely. Yes, Lionel is a fool. I love him. That's why I like him. I always like a vibrant extrovert personality. It's cute.
Yeah, because Egg act like he was really doing something.
Right, look at his face. He all serious.
How he was hanging off the rope. Yeah,
Right.
but that was all his weight on there to hold him back. That was the smartest thing he did because that weight on the rope was helping while that man was going. Because it's not like you could really pull and do much. They'll take him. They would have made him fall down even quicker.
Exactly. Now we're coming up on. I was so sad, y'all. Like I almost wanted to cry. Did I shed a little thug tear? I don't know. I might have shed a little thug tear, honey. So because he's still on this mission, he has to have armor as well. So there's armor there, but it's not good enough for a tourney. You know what I'm saying? So there is some armor that he has. So he has Sir Arlen's old, but he needs better armor. So he meets up with this guy. His name is Steely Pate. And he's asking him, can you, what do you have? Do you have something for me? He's looking at you like, you big as hell. So since he was trying to barter with him, he was like, well, I have this and we can, can we do a trade off and do this? And I got a little bit of money. So he's trying to scrape and survive good times. And he has to end up selling Sweetfoot, the white horse. Babe, when he said, can you give her some extra oats and an apple? I said, man, this, because for one, I feel like, when I don't know if you know, but if you're an only child, it's kind of hard. And I feel like that's probably what he felt like. And I felt like he actually talked to the horses almost just like a pet, like a dog or something like that. Like, I feel like that's the type of relationship that he had with those horses. And to have to be able to give one up, I was just like, oh, that was so sad.
Yeah, I felt bad for him with having to give up the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
he
did
said,
give him
"Look,
a
I'm gonna come
deal.
back for you if I can."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
If
not.
he don't come back, Dunk, you gonna be on my list. You better come back for that
Yeah,
horse.
he definitely knew what horse was gonna get him paid. But I think he felt bad. He's good with horses because even when they showed us earlier how when the guy came and the horse kind of bucked up and he was able to calm it down and bring it in and talk to him even though he had never even been around that horse before. And then we see how he interact with these horses, and especially since it came from Sir Arlen too, like he took on his horses as well. I'm sure it was sentimental for him in that way. So but he got to get this kid up. I hope he do get it back.
Me too.
Yeah, I hope he gonna. Me too. I'm sure that they wrote that in there for a reason. So I'm sure either we're gonna revisit it and it may not turn out the way we want it, or he's gonna get the horse back. So we'll see. We'll see. But that broke my heart. That was one of my favorite scenes. I think he acted it out really nice. I think that they gave a nice little shine to it or whatever, how much the horse meant to him and stuff like that. So cute, 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 cute. So here's another situation where Ed is telling on himself. Like he's just letting it all show. Like, I mean, he's saying things. And he was like, what? How do you know that? Like, so it was like he was dropping tea about House Targaryen. I don't know exactly what it was. But he was like, how do you know that? And I said, see, I said, he be telling on himself. I say, let the people talk. They tell on themselves. Just let them talk. Let them talk.
Yep.
So,
How long
yes.
do you think it's gonna take for Duncan to put it together?
I think it's gonna be like later in the season, like towards
That's
the
what
end.
I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering because even him just be, it's almost like you're hiding in a plain sight because also how does nobody else seem to know who he is? And I'm assuming that the other brother that goes to the bars to get drunk, like he just sliding off the bars and drinking and he pay him with the Targaryen money so they should know that he's somebody. But yet and still they miss him. Like how they miss him when they literally right there underneath their noses. So that's kind of funny within itself as well. So I'm wondering like when is he gonna know and when are they gonna say, where the hell y'all two been at?
Right.
When they see them.
Exactly. I think Ed gets caught is how Duncan finds out who he
I
is.
could see
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I could see that for sure. That's why he's kind of like, he's up there, but because he's all of his hair cut off, that will throw you off. Like even
Mm-hmm.
if you do know the person, and then I feel like they were so far away. You'll see a picture when we get to the tourney.
Right. And something else that was interesting to me that kind of popped in my head is like you can tell that is they come from two different worlds and that Egg knows things that just not every common person would know. And then it also, like I said, was making me laugh when he was like, ew, it's a fly. And it's like you could tell like he like this is y'all over here drinking on. I'm used to this nonsense. But
Right.
at the same time, he also could kind of relate to him when he's saying, "Oh, they always say I'm too small and scrawny and I can't do certain things." So I think that's another reason why he may be like overlooked because it's like he's just this little puny thing. Whereas versus Doug being like, "Oh, everybody, of course, knows I'm tall, and then they always calling me dumb." I don't know if you passed that part, but that was another part that cracked me up when he was like, they always call me dumb when he was saying he was too puny. He said, well, what happened when they called you dumb? He said, that's my business. Like, I because it was like, what was the point? He thought he was supposed to give him some insight, but it was like,
Right. Even the girl, even the Targaryen girl, she hit him and said, "You a dumb big dummy." Damn. I said, "Tell him how you really feel, girl." That was a mess. Right now, I feel like Dunk really doesn't really know himself, so he has a little bit of imposter syndrome. He's looking at all these people who he's looking up to and he wants to be, and he's trying to figure out who he wants to be. And then Egg is just one of them ones like this. get it together. Like get it together. So he's trying to tell him. He trying to put him up on game, but yeah, he did. I think he did chastise him maybe in this, but I don't know if it was in this particular scene or it might have been a little bit earlier. But he did chastise him, talking about you get a little bit too big for your britches. Like take some of that dip off your chest. Right, he be snapping on him. That's what I'm saying. Like that's crazy.
I think sometimes Duncan don't like that he makes him look stupid.
Right, that part too.
Like you too young to try to make me look like that. Nah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get found out because told on because Dunk he ain't got it. He not gonna put it together. Like something is gonna have to happen where he's caught red-handed and you've been lying to me, and I think that's how that's gonna go for sure. I think Eric H said that earlier. So yeah, these pictures aren't the best. Let me see if I can get us over on the side so you can kind of see it a little better. Okay. Child, when I tell you Egg was enjoying that joust, that tourney, first of all, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I'm gonna need you not to do this stuff at nighttime. This is the first time I ever seen a tourney at night. Let's not do that. I want to see all the blood. I want to see all the guts. I want to see all the action. I don't want this stuff happening at nighttime. What's the meaning of this? So that part. I just want to get that little ring off.
I was just yeah, I would have liked it in the daytime, but I'm assuming that this is their usual thing. Like when they first get in here, they have whatever at night, and then maybe it continues from there. But I really did love this. I was like, okay, I come in. I just didn't know who's who. I wasn't able to point out like so that was kind of the downside. But I was like, all right, now I see ya.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't write too many notes. But I did notice that one guy who's he was almost falling off his horse and he swept that shield back up in time just to block the. It was good. It was good. It was action packed. I wish it was more. Look, I was just like Egg. I was like this. Yes, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really good. It was really good. And like I said, I don't even think that there was I don't even think that the Targaryens, the royalty had any type of. It's like they see through the small folk. They don't. Even
Mm-hmm.
So him being up there like that, I thought it was fine. I didn't think he was gonna get found out or anything like that because it just looked like a crowd, like a sea of people. So he did say, "Take me down, put me down." So, but I thought I was like, I don't think they're gonna see you or nothing like that. But I was wondering about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. They did make it look cool. It looked
they definitely did.
It was nice. It was nice. Yeah.
That fish bite was crazy too. He said it was a high tower in the first match. Listen,
no, was there a high tower? The man who bit off the fish head, that's a Tully.
Yeah, that one is a Tully.
That's Catelyn's. Isn't that Cat's?
I was gonna ask y'all that. That made me think about how their kid was taken as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I don't like the fish. He said,
right. Yeah. And he just tore the head off.
That was crazy.
Into the crowd.
Gross. Right. They don't have the dragons anymore. So they're more humanized. Yeah. That's for sure. That is for sure. But I did enjoy the tourney. Mm-hmm. And the last scene, I don't get the what they were talking about verbatim. But I do know that just all the fighting, it felt like it gave him some kind of anxiety, like a panic attack where he was just like going through and flashing through like the hardest parts of burying Sir Arlen and some of the bad times that he experienced with him, something in that tourney triggered that. Like,
Yes.
I mean, he's trying to prepare himself to do these things. So,
Mhm.
That can come with a whole lot of different feelings.
Yeah.
Well, he's scared. He's seen people with experience, and he doesn't have
Right.
much of it. So he knows he's up for a big challenge right now.
Mhm. Yeah, that's how I took it. And I also think it really hit him, like, because I know Egg was making jokes of it earlier in the episode, like, listen, you don't seem like your damn man was about nothing. You need to just go ahead and, this is embarrassing at this point. But it really had him kind of, I think, reevaluating too, like, damn, he won all these, or not necessarily won, but was in all these tournaments, traveled all the world, met all these people, but yet nobody is even willing to vouch for him. They saying they don't know him. He don't have no type of legacy left, no land, no family, whatever have you. And like, is that what it's gonna be for me? And he's like, no, I gotta do it for myself and do it for him. Like, they gonna remember my name. That's what I was getting for it. You know how sometimes you just like evaluating, like, where's my life? What am I gonna be remembered for? I think that kind of like put him in that space as well too. I was like, listen, just get out there and do what you gotta do, Dunk. Okay, Dunk on him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Dunk realized the truth about Sir Arlen and doesn't want to end up like him. I agree, Evan. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
For sure. But yeah, y'all, that was the end of the episode. That was the end of the episode. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. I like it. It's simple. Game of Thrones has so many houses. It was so many moving parts. You do see the houses represented, but you don't get into the minutia of it.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a real concentrated story just about Dunk and Egg and just their,
What's the one, Blackfire? I know a lot of people be wanting a series to show that one. Blackfire Rebellion. Y'all know I don't be remembering all these names, but I know it's another one I always hear people talk about a lot. I think we're gonna see some of that inside of this too. So I'm looking forward to seeing, not everything, but I do believe we're gonna get some bits and pieces, because I know some people were saying, like, why they don't do a series that's based, around that.
Yeah.
You heard about it so many times.
Right. Same thing about Robert's Rebellion. Like,
yes.
I want to see that on my TV screen. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you want to put it to the movie theaters, just do a movie and just put it out there. I want to see Robert's Rebellion. Let me
Robert Baratheon you talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then that means we'll see the Mad King too. So that definitely, if they made that into a movie, just to see where it gets, I would want to know where they would start it from.
Right.
Oh yeah, I love that they're not really going in chronological. Y'all let me know. I kind of like that they don't go in chronological order, because you can kind of, get the feel of the audience, and you can kind of feel like and maybe correct some things and make things right or do things differently. And sometimes when you do it chronologically, it gets a little muddled. Like when it gets into season 5, season 6, it get so I think it's good. It's similar to what Power does, like how they like bouncing all over. Like, we only go 4 to 5 seasons. We don't want to overextend it, and we'll jump here and we'll jump there, and we'll,
because we know they already have a couple of different spin-offs in the plans, and I think some are going to be animation, some are going to be shows, definitely, because these some being movies. They have the the, what do you call it? I'm sorry, y'all know I'll be getting brain fog. Like the stuff to use,
the green light, the book, green light. Everybody's doing the getting it together and all that.
Jada Informant put in the chat, like, why wasn't Sir Harlan training Dunk? Even when you see this scene, it looks like Dunk I guess was kind of overpowering her on it. I take that as that means that he already had trained him since a child and he was getting better. Because I think that scene when we see him kind of helping him up or whatever, that's like right before he died. And when we seen episode 1, they were showing him with him as a child, then like a teenager, a little bit older, and then current time. So I'm assuming he was training him through all those years. And I think how he started training him in the first place and took him under his wing is because his nephew had died. He was actually the one underneath him. I believe his nephew died in one of the rebellions. Somebody that know more can tell me if I'm right.
Yeah.
He never had no kids of his own. So then it's like he raised up Dunk.
Yeah.
So I just took it as he had been getting better through all his training. I don't think he could initially have done that to him, and probably because of the fact that he was sick too. That's how I took that scene.
That part, and he's getting older and weaker, and Dunk is getting stronger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? So that could be that or whatever, but I don't think it was any malicious intent in that. It was just one of them things that just happened. But I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. He met Dunk when he was 5.
Right. Yeah. So they had already been together for probably 10 years, or a little more by that time. So yeah, he had already been training him. I'm thinking we're gonna see more of the back and forth with him because we've only seen when he passed away and then having the flashbacks of getting slapped, and then in this one we've seen a little bit more of them. So I think it's gonna be like a back and forth.
Okay. Anybody have any MVPs of the episode? Any scratching my head moments? Do we want to talk about some of them things? I think we got like 5 more minutes to get into some of the what we doing? Scratching my head moments. Anything you want to call bullshit on? Point out goofy.
I don't really have too many of those. My MVP would be Baylor for him remembering and him saying, "Okay, yeah, you can hop in, attorneys."
Absolutely, absolutely. And I still want to give Dunk some credit because he really stepped up in this episode and did what he had to do. And nobody didn't really have to tell him what to do. Ed was saying a little stuff here and there or whatever, but at the end of the day, he made the hard choices. He did what he had to do. And so I'm going to give him a little love too. Maybe not the MVP, but what is that? Not the MVP. I have another one. Bossed up.
I mean, maybe whoever they were supposed to have in charge of watching the two brothers that he think is missing, maybe it should be off with his head because you bad at your job. They literally right here chilling. Homeboy going to the bar getting drunk. So
right.
Out of a job.
Exactly. It wasn't no real scratching my head moment. I think I'm good.
The moment that I really liked was the bossed up moment was when we saw the Targaryen knights and their outfits and stuff like that. That was like a bossed up moment where he's like, "This is where I want to be." So maybe that was a foreshadowing moment, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Like I didn't have any, like, we have those moments in Power and stuff like that, but this one I feel like because it's fantasy, you don't get too many of those moments. But I just wanted to talk about it just in case we saw a couple. But yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, maybe we'll find that out going forward. Just Kim. I'm curious to know too. I think maybe he feels like an outsider, and that you know what I mean. But we shall see.
You know what I think? I think with these children, like they just be having these kids just so that they can have heirs in place,
Mhm.
because they know, like it to me, I feel like those middle kids, they get kind of lost in the sauce, and or they don't want to be a Targaryen. They hate, like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Didn't Moochie talk about Arya? She's like, no, I don't want to be a princess. I don't want to be.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
don't.
what they're born into is not what they want. And we've heard him say probably 3 different times how they're like, he's so puny. He's puny for his age. And so I
Yes,
just feel like, yeah,
and he just
maybe.
want to forge his own little path. He don't want to have
Hmm.
to, like, like society says that he's supposed to be here and he's falling
Right.
short here, and he's like, well, I can't compete where I don't compare. So he
Hmm.
just want to take himself out the game, and he just want to go somewhere else, totally different.
Right.
And just follow
You
something.
thinking he ran away because of the they probably not gonna put him in charge of anything because of his size and
Hmm.
stature. Like,
Hmm.
I'll give you an example. The one that
Tyrion.
was,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think it's like that.
Hmm.
But I do think Tyrion was the youngest one. So he was in the line of succession, but he wasn't the highborn one. So
Hmm.
So it might be a situation like this too, because he got so many brothers.
right, that's
Exactly.
what I was saying.
Mm.
Hmm.
Get lost in the sauce. And so
Right.
he just wanted to, just have a different experience. He was like,
Yeah,
he
I
probably
could see
seen,
that.
yeah, he probably seen how the other kids was treated or how they turned out. He's like,
Hmm. Yeah.
none of that for me. Having kids is all political.
Yes.
Back in the
Yes.
days, yes, it was.
Hmm.
Y'all don't sleep on Egg. No spoilers though. I'm not sleeping
I
on
ain't
him
got no
because he's
spoilers.
very
I ain't got
knowledgeable.
no. All I
Yeah.
know is he was a Targaryen, because I'm telling
Right.
you, they was
I'm
hitting
not.
us over the head with that.
Hmm.
I'm not
But
sleeping
he's
on
very
him.
smart. Very
He's
smart.
very
Exactly.
knowledgeable.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to finding out more.
Me
Yeah, me
too.
too. Me too. I'm excited. I'm excited. If y'all was to rate this episode, what would y'all give it from 1 to 10?
Mm.
Say a seven.
I'll go with a 7. That's what I was gonna like, a 7, because we're still getting to know these characters where I I do want to see certain people on the screen more. I want to see him train. I want to see him earn his bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it like a 7.5. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7.5. Okay. Tamika said 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Kim said, yeah, it's just me, Kim.
Yeah.
7.5.
Mm-hmm.
I said 7. Moochie said 7. Come on, y'all, put them in the chat so we can let the people know, just in case they watching, what we think. But we're gonna go ahead. Can he even fight? Oh, you talking about Egg? We do know Dunk can fight, but yeah. Sally 7. Okay. All right, Sally. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Eric 7.5. Okay. Tamisa 7. All right. We're all in the same
Yeah.
ballpark. Okay. So it looks like we're waiting for, I feel like the next episode we are gonna be cooking with Crisco, y'all. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, I feel it in my bones. I feel like there are gonna be some reveals now that we have the Targaryens here, and
Mm-hmm.
we actually see them, and we're gonna incorporate them in the story, and then the Baratheons.
Yeah, because how many episodes is it all together? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
I
cut
think
you off.
it's 6.
6. Yeah, so we're basically gonna be at the halfway mark. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Yeah, Eric said the same thing. He's
Mm-hmm.
gonna
So
pick
that might be a turning point this next episode that's coming up.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But I've heard, like, next time, y'all, because the episodes are a little bit short, next time I'm gonna get a couple of controversial or different types of perspectives from Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, from the hashtag to see what the temperature check. I want to check the vibe check, and I want to go over it and look at it and discuss it with y'all. So we'll I'll take
Mhm.
a couple of screenshots of those, and then we'll just incorporate them
Yeah.
end of the episode, our our show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. If anybody has anything on their channel that they want to promote the channel, promote your Instagram, Twitter, Threads, whatever. However you want to do it, just promote it and we'll get on out of here.
Look, all I can say is keep y'all notifications on. I don't know what I'm doing yet, and holla at your girl.
I'm supposed to be joining a panel tomorrow with Kay from Slice the Horror, talking about the craziness of Ryan Dan Murphy beauty. Child, I don't know what was going on in there, but
Oh
we
yeah, I was
supposed
watching
to.
that.
I couldn't even get through the first episode.
I was watching that. That's crazy.
That's substance times 1,000, baby. I don't know what is going on, but we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And y'all know Wednesdays we talking about Sister Child. Look, it's still crazy over there with them. So
Right.
that's it for right now.
Yep. Keep your notifications on. Subscribe to everybody's channel. We are snowed in. Let us know. Everybody snowed in? I'm stuck.
Yeah, I'm snowed in. They canceled my appointment today, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Girl, I couldn't make
Hope
it.
Everybody is
if I
safe
wanted
and
to.
warm. Yeah, because it's crazy out there. I couldn't even open my front door because my apartment is like on the balcony, so the snow was like trying to push the screen door open.
It's up there on my balcony.
Yeah.
It's like a sheet of ice. Like
that's the part I get worried about, the ice.
Sheet of ice. But they dug us out. But in the process of digging us out, they buried us in. So even if you try to dig yourself out as they move in the snow,
right,
it goes back in and you gotta reach out.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm good.
I hope everybody is staying safe and warm.
Yeah.
Is anybody reviewing Hijack? I'm not.
I think
I'm watching.
Inga was talking about doing it. I haven't watched it yet. Inga was talking about doing it. I know that.
Yeah, I watched the second episode earlier today, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, just waiting on. Well, it ain't gonna melt because our temperatures are going down, baby.
Yeah,
they said it's supposed to be like 6 degrees tonight.
Oh Lord.
In the DMV. So, and our person who was gonna, remove our snow and dig us out canceled on us.
Wow.
It was treacherous out there that he can't do it.
Oh wow.
Okay, because my person didn't come till like the afternoon.
It was
like
they
wanted to wait till it stopped because it was like still going yesterday.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. Yeah. Yes, my son is very happy. No school. Are you a teacher, Sally? No school. I still got telework, so I work every day, but it is what it is. But we're not gonna go ahead and hold it up. We're just having like some talk or whatever. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see y'all next week. Make sure y'all meet us here, beat us here, 8:05 Eastern Standard Time next Monday for the next episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Ooh, bless you. You teach high school, baby. God bless you, Sally. You doing the Lord's work, okay?
Oh man.
You are doing the Lord's work.
Yes, she is. And they just, I dealt with them on the damn bus. They act like when they get out of school. They do act like gremlins when they get out of school.
Yeah, they were saying New York is supposed to have some record-breaking drops. I hope not, baby. We'll see.
Oh, you still got to work early.
All right.
All right, well, we about to get on out of here, y'all.
All right.
Peace.